Hello everyone, and good afternoon, and welcome to the channel. Ted and I are here. We got the bikes rolled out of the garage, and we're going to show you how to change the oil on the BMWs. And in just a minute I'm going to flip the phone around here, or the camera around, so you can see what we got for items. So if you look on the place below me here, we got a couple of oil wrench filters, a oil cap remover for the BMW, a torque wrench, a oil filter, some crush filters, and of course Jaeger, who is always willing to help do everything here. 4 quarts of oil, some oil funnels, the oil drain pan, and for everybody to know, the tools that you really need are underneath the back seat of your BMW to allow you to do minor fixes and change. But the biggest thing is the wrench that looks like a screwdriver. On the bottom of that, it has the tool to actually take the oil cap off. So with that said, in just a bit here we will go ahead and start changing the oil. There's 5 of them on there, 2 on the front, 1 in the center, and 2 in the back. And this allows us to then get to the oil pan plug. It may seem like a daunting task to do the oil change, but it really isn't. You can get a K&N filter. I think they cost around $15. We're putting AMSOIL in the bikes. It's a 10W40. You can save yourself a lot of money as opposed to going to the BMW dealer and having this done. As you can see there, the pan has come off. Now since he has the oil pan off, he's going to go ahead and start it up, and we're going to let it warm up a little bit. So we'll go ahead and get it started, and then we'll come back in a bit and take the oil out. Okay, we've run the bike and it's up to temperature, and now we're going to remove the drain plug. Oh my God. Always wear a pair of gloves because the oil's nice and hot.
Sure ain't dirty.
Yeah. How's the end of that oil plug look, Ted?
I mean, it's got, I don't know, just a little bit of fuzz on it.
Okay. When you get it kind of to a point there where you can show the folks on the camera what you're looking at and why we're looking at it, I guess.
Okay, well.
Kind of put it out this way. Yeah, you can see he's on the bottom oil plug is a little magnetic end, and what that does is that catches fragments of metal, and what you don't want on there is a bunch of metal. So that looks pretty good.
Which makes me feel good. I'm gonna ride eventually 12,000 miles on this thing. I don't want any metal on that. Oh. Sorry, we got a little oil.
As you can see, the filter sets in there underneath the cylinder, and we're using a filter wrench to get that with a 3/8 drive and an extension to get that off of there. The biggest thing about when taking an oil filter off, there's a little gasket on the back side of that filter that you want to make sure doesn't stay up against the engine but comes off with the filter. When Ted gets it to where the oil's drained out of it, we'll get a look at the back side of it to make sure the filter actually came with the filter itself came with the little rubber gasket.
Yeah, it's a lot of oil.
Yeah.
And 10 minutes later, after it quit dripping,
I think it's almost there, Ted.
yep.
And if Ted turns the filter towards me right now, you can see that the gasket is not on that filter, but it is up against the engine. So you want to make sure that you take that rubber gasket and get it off the engine so you don't put it on there with two gaskets. We found with the K&N, it came wrapped and it's already pre-lubed, so you don't have to put any oil on it to seal the new gasket. So that's a pretty cool thing. Also with the K&N, it has a little nut attached to the back side of it, so that when you put this on, you can actually get the torque correct. And the torque value for this filter is roughly 11 Newton meters, right around 8 pounds, foot-pounds. So we'll get Ted to install that, and then we'll get ready to torque it. So we went ahead and put the socket on there and got the torque wrench set up, and we're looking for 11 Newton meters,
Which I can't see squat. That's way over. Not being able to see it.
How close was it?
It was 20.
Oh. Okay. What Ted's doing now is he's installing a new crush gasket. Every time you do this, you should put a new crush gasket on your plug, oil plug. And we'll torque this to 44 Newton pounds. It's on. Click it one more. There you go. There's Newton meters right there.
What's that, man?
Okay, we got a new crush washer on there. He's screwing that plug in. He'll hand tighten it. Move the oil out of the way so he can get to it a little better.
$44, right?
Yeah, 44.
It's 40. 42. Oh, 40. 44.
There's a little wrench that you have here that takes the oil plug off so you can put the oil in the bike. And I'll show you the sight glass here in just when he gets that off. And down underneath here is a sight glass. And what we'll do is right now it's empty, and as we start to fill, we'll watch that go up. So we'll put about 3.5 quarts in to start to see where it goes, and then start the engine and then refill. So we'll put about 3.5 quarts in there, and we'll check it to see how it comes up the window. As you can see in the sight window now, the oil's starting to come up on the 3rd quart. We'll see where it levels off here. It's just a little under half. We'll have him add another 1/2 quart. The bike holds 4 liters, which is roughly 4.2 quarts. You can see now we're at the halfway mark of the fill. Going up a little bit. As soon as he gets that one done, then we'll run the bike and see where it settles out.
All right, that's 3.5.
Okay, we ran the bike, and you can see the level is just a little below half, so it's kind of settled in there. So Ted's going to add the last 1/2 quart. We'll watch it come up. And you can see right now we're just a little over that half, sitting just below the line. We have now run it again and let it drain back down, and this is the perfect spot where you want the oil to be in that sight gauge. So again, 4 quarts with a new filter, and that's the change. What we're going to do is a little brake cleaner around the areas where the oil was changed to kind of clean it up so that you don't have any residual that either drips or gets on your on your mufflers and causes smoke. So brake cleaner is really, really good at doing that. He'll also spray off and wipe off the backside of his skid plate. That's a good indicator also if you've got any kind of oil dripping on that skid plate. So there's 5 bolts that hold that skid plate on. They're mounted in rubber shock grommets, so all you need to do is just kind of tighten them up and let them do their thing. You don't want to over tighten them. So as you can see, didn't take a long time, pretty easy to do with the right kind of tools. And again, hope you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned. We leave tomorrow afternoon to head to the Keys to get into position to start the ride on Saturday morning. So with that, I will catch you all later. Thank you for watching. Give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.